Welcome to the Geeks and Joysticks podcast. This show we talk about shows, movies, video games, cool stuff we see during the week. I'm Roast. Enterprise with you, and sometimes we compare.
Freezing Felix.
Yeah, my hands are cold too, huh?
No mames, it's fucking freezing where I'm at.
Yeah, it's weird. It's cold, but it's cloudy, it's raining.
It's raining yet? Where you are?
It's been raining.
Holy shit.
Not today. I think today's been chill, but it's windy. Everything is fucked up.
I'm in the last floor of my building, and I can see the palm trees. They're struggling to keep straight because of the wind. It's howling. It's actually pretty nice.
I wanted to make a gay joke about trying to be straight, but I just couldn't think about it.
Well, it's a joke in and of itself.
I was going to say something like, that's what Bubbles thinks when he sees looks at Megan Fox or something, you know. But it doesn't work. It didn't work.
No.
It didn't work.
It actually doesn't.
So yeah, nothing huge happened this weekend.
No, not that I know of. It does hurt that it didn't.
It's been pretty chill. No, we're definitely going to get into that towards the end. If you are sick of it, which a lot of people might be, I mean, that's just because of the scheduling of the pod, you know? Mm-hmm. But I have to get my 2 cents in because I have a lot of thoughts on it. But
I do want to know what you think about it, because I've heard so much stuff and like the sides and everything.
And at the same time, like, a lot of info has come out afterwards, so we can just wrap it all in a bowl, you know?
Okay, that's nice, interesting.
But let's start with fucking worst segment of the world.
Come on.
You didn't hear about this one, bro?
No, I haven't heard anything. What happened? Wait.
This one's fucking fucked up. T's and P's and RIPs to the Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins.
Holy shit.
Did you not know this?
I thought it was a joke.
No way, this was last week.
Oh my God, I've been so disconnected.
Yeah, this wasn't April Fool's. This was legit last week. Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins has passed away at the age of 50. May he rest in peace. I think they were in Colombia or Brazil, somewhere, you know,
Central
south
America.
From Central America, yeah. And they're ready to headline a festival, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not sure how they found him or what, but I think I heard that they found a bunch of different drugs in his system. Whether or not that's legit or not, because apparently they did an autopsy in Brazil or whatever they were, and autopsies usually take forever, and they got it done within a few days, so it's a little iffy. So that might have been fake news. Let me Google COD right now. But
I read a bunch of stuff because I thought it was a joke. I was like, okay, what the fuck? Because I heard that it was like a cocktail of drugs. Mm-hmm. Other sources say, I never thought I would say that. Others just say that his heart was too large.
Yeah, he had a condition about that too, and then that mixed with drugs is not a good idea.
No, that's like his heart was too big, and it became like too fibrous, and it couldn't. I don't know, something, but damn,
he was in Bogota. And according to the Colombia Attorney General's office, said that he had at least 10 substances in his system.
Holy shit.
And this is being released through the preliminary forensics medical study.
Oh my God. Well, no wonder he croaked. Jesus.
I mean, he's been battling with substance issues for a while now, I think. It's been like, it's well known and stuff, but yeah, this one sucked, man. He was cool. He's recognizable, you know, like the Foo Fighters. Didn't I just say sometime last year when the Super Bowl performance was announced, and they were talking about their movie, which I haven't seen, which I'm gonna hopefully, you know, it does well, and they figure out what's going on with the band. But I could have seen them playing in the Super Bowl. You know, they're like a rock and roll Hall of Fame type of band. You know.
Yes. Oh yeah. Definitely they are, and they have history.
Yeah, he's like recognizable, you know. If you say, even if I'm not a gigantic Foo Fighter fan, but you start playing songs, I'm like, oh, this one slaps. Oh, this one too, and you just keep going and going and going.
And I mean, and physically recognizable, you know, if you see his face, oh, that's the Foo Fighters guy.
That's the Foo Fighters guy. He recognizable, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one sucked. That was not cool.
God damn.
I mean, none of them are cool, but
no, but
he's only 52, man.
Okay. Decídete, cabrón. 50 or 52? Come on.
No, he's only 52. Like also.
Damn.
He's only 50, comma. T-O-O,
Was 50.
That's too young, man. That's too young. Chingada madre. Anyway, may he rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. I was watching, I'm not going to get into why, but I was watching Jimmy Fallon on yesterday. I know. Okay, fuck it. There was a power outage, and then I had no cable, so I was stuck with the antenna. And the only thing I could watch on TV was Jimmy Fallon. And that was kind of cool. I think this is what they're doing every year now. Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel swap their shows on April Fools. So Jimmy Kimmel was hosting Jimmy Fallon, and not the Foo Fighters. Red Hot Chili Peppers were performing, and on the drummers, like main drum on the bottom, it had said Taylor on it, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that
was a cool shout out. But yeah, rest in peace, Taylor Hawkins. Unfortunately, this next piece of news isn't that great either, but ni pedo, bre. Ni pedo.
God damn it, what the fuck are you gonna say now?
Well, it's because this is gonna make me feel terrible.
I was in such a good mood. And you confirmed that motherfucker died.
My bad.
R.I.P. Now you're gonna come out with some all bullshit.
My bad.
What's up? Okay,
my bad. I just feel terrible because I mean, this is what happens. You talk shit and you have to like ni pedo, you know?
Own it up.
I have to own it, you know? No matter what happens. You have to stick to your guns. And I still believe his latest movies are shit, but Bruce Willis is stepping away from acting following aphasia diagnosis.
The fuck is aphasia?
Is a language disorder that impacts the ability to produce or understand speech.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we in right now?
Probably Black Mirror episode, bro.
Oh my. Oh, jeez.
So where I feel bad is because I've been dogging all his latest movies, but this makes 100% when he's like, I can't act anymore. All right, but if you're like, I'm gonna have to retire in 2 years, let me just pump out whatever. Makes sense, you know.
It does. Sadly, it does.
I'm justifying his bullshit movies, you know.
Yeah.
Which cosmic, like there's a bunch, like we've been talking about it. He pumps, you know. I think since we talked about his last one, because his last review. The last time we talked about a trailer of Bruce Willis, there was like 5 or 4 movies after that. But they were all kind of the same and we were all going to repeat ourselves. And I didn't want to just sit here and talk shit about Bruce Willis because he's still a legend. Which we would have done. He's still which we would have done. That's why I'm like, I kind of feel bad. But I mean, it's still, his movies are bullshit. The latest ones. He's still a legend, man.
Oh, that's hands down the truth.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad that he's stepping away. But at the same time, I mean, who's watching his new shit? Not me.
No, not me neither, way. And I'm known to watch bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of the target. You're the fly.
I'm the fly.
But yeah, it must be a motherfucker way to have to stop doing what you love because of an illness.
And not just any illness. You're starting to lose your ability to communicate the way you've done your whole life.
Yeah.
It is fucked up.
Yeah. There was also like rumors that on these latest shitty movies, he was wearing an earpiece to help him deliver the lines.
Wow.
Which makes sense. But yeah, this sucks too. I guess like there won't be another Die Hard with him in it. Wasn't there one kind of like in like getting ready to come out or something?
I think there was rumors about it, but I don't know if it was something concrete.
I mean,
again, I've been living under a rock for the past couple of weeks. It looks like it.
Maybe not. I typed in Die Hard and nothing came up.
I mean, the last one was not pretty good.
No. But this is the day and age where we just, 25-year-old remakes, reboots, whatever.
Resurrections. Jesus.
Yeah. Resurrections. So Die Hard is a legendary franchise that, I mean, if all these are gonna get it, why not? Chinga. Hopefully he gets all the doctors and everything he needs to.
I mean, he can, but it's a neurological thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So, thoughts and all the good wishes to the legendary Bruce Willis, man. Hang in there, dog.
I mean, he's been hanging in there. That's a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, if actors were more open, like, yo, I'm sick, yo, I might not be able to do this anymore, I'm gonna pump out 5 more movies, kind of like athletes.
Mm-hmm.
You think that would affect us viewing, or you think it matters at all if we gave a shit about the actors personally?
Maybe I would like to say, yes, I think so, because if he would have come out with that like publicly, I think we would have been a little bit more critical, like, well, hopefully he do some good shit, not some bullshit.
Yeah. I mean the bullshit is kind of like, I get, like I said, he just wanted to pump them out just, for financial reasons or whatever, because I question why you're doing it. It doesn't make any sense. You're just pumping out this weird stuff, but then now it makes sense because you won't be able to do it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, I'll get into it later, but Hollywood is just bullshit.
Dude, it's his own echo chamber, and it's amazing how it functions outside reality, or our reality, at least. Because it's like their own reality, right?
Right, but with social media and everything, you can't pull a wool over our eyes anymore. You can try.
No.
You can fucking try.
And fail miserably.
But you're going to fare, there's a lot of us out there that have nothing else to do but to dig into your bullshit. And there's 47 camera angles of the same thing. And you can't fucking come out like a politician and bullshit.
I love how you said most of us.
Yeah. Because I'm there too,
Yeah.
But yeah, Hollywood is bullshit, but I'll get into that. And we'll get into deeper of that in a second. But the final, holy shit, man, que mal pedo kind of news.
Motherfucker way.
Is E3 2022 has officially been canceled, both live and the physical and digital show this year. They've been canned. That's my fucking Christmas, dog. That's my favorite time of the year, dog. Has been canceled once again. I feel like this might be the death of E3, man. So
Marty's P's and RIPs.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been recording right now? Like, what, 15, 20 minutes?
Not even 10, 13.
Wait. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. I thought we were going to be all shits and giggles, man.
No.
Jesus.
No.
So, fuck. So, oh my God. Let me just like process it, because
do you actually give a shit about E3 though?
Not as much as you do.
No, not as much as me. I waste so much time watching that shit.
Yeah, there was a time where I think I did give that much of a shit. Mm-hmm. But as time passed and like life started happening,
you only have time for the highlights. I get it.
Yeah. But still, I think E3 has been a very important part of my, and I guess a lot of people, and I am sure of a lot of people's lives. Mm-hmm. But in any way, being it watching the live shows or just watching the highlights and talking about them, it's been an integral part of video gaming life.
Yeah, and it's an event.
Yes, and it's our Oscars.
Kinda
in their heyday.
Kinda.
But
yeah, I guess we got the video game awards for that technically.
Mm-hmm. But it was a lot like there was pre-E3 events, pre-E3 shows. Yeah. I remember that like 1 or 2 weeks before E3 there was a gearing the road towards E3, so they made a big deal out of it, and I love that vibe because it was the expectations. It was I'm getting excited right now remembering all that, because it was a lot of stuff that went through our minds and goddamn it, our hearts. And to hear that it may be the death of E3 is disheartening.
Yeah, they've canceled it so many times. That's why I think maybe they're not going to have it anymore.
Well, companies have been slowly peeling off E3.
Yeah.
That it is dying off. I remember the days when E3 were open to the public. We were cheering.
Yeah, and then that was so long ago that they closed it for the public, and then they just had it for like influencers or whatever the fuck, writers and all that. And then they reopened it recently for the public. So that would have been a bucket list for me to walk around and sit in a theater and watch all that shit. That would have been fucking amazing.
Oh yes.
That's the part that I'm like, damn, I never got to do that. That would have been cool, because it's in LA. It's close for us geographically. It's something that would have been possible. But all these companies are moving away from the whole E3 shows because they were like, we don't need E3. We could just drop directs and state of plays and showcases whenever the fuck we want. But that's what the cool part of E3 is, that they bring it all together for 1 week. You don't know what's going to happen. They could show, it could all be bullshit. And then Nintendo can come out and be like, here's a new Zelda and here's a trailer. And then here's a Gears of War. And then everything you like could pop up, and then you can love it and hate it. It's just the love of the unexpected is the part that gets me,
And it's so disheartening. The booths. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of intent and preparation and a lot of feeling into the designing and the experience of how they presented each booth. Because I remember this wasn't that long ago when Skyward Sword was being presented. The whole Nintendo, a whole side of the booth was these huge statues or this huge figures, Zelda figures of like Link in the bird and Zelda in the bird. So it was the whole motif of that part was Skyward Sword and the little parts of the other games they presented. So it was something very special, and now it's gotta go.
And you got to see that through like virtual tours that they did online. You don't even have to be there to experience it, and that's kind of what's really cool about it.
And the Babe Report.
I don't know what that is.
You never knew the Babe Report?
Babe Report?
I don't know if the United States did this, but all the Mexican let's say games journalists always did a Babe Report when they went.
Looking at the girls?
They took pictures of the what do you call them, hostesses?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they like post with them, or like, well, they normally just do some B-roll, all B-roll of the most beautiful girls models in E3. Yeah, the models in E3, and that was a whole thing.
Sounds Mexican as fuck, yo.
It is, and they even did that with. I think there was an E3 where X Videos or Naughty America was in it. And there was a porn star in there, and she even figured like she was like the main thing of the Babe Report. And I was like, well, she ain't all that. I'm not a fan.
There's Phil Spencer over here, and then I don't know, fucking Mia Khalifa over here in the line.
No. It was Dillian Harper. I'm not a fan of her.
Okay, but you know who she is.
Yes, I do.
We will have still Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest, which is what we've been, that was our E3 for the past couple of years, I think, which is still digital, and then a whole week of all stuff. But it still takes a minute to get to. I mean, for us, technically, it's not going to change a whole lot, really. I don't think, except for the stage. Like each company had their own time on the stadium, on the theater, and all that. But Jeff Keighley is a man. He does what I would wish I could do, and I trust him, and I like it. And hopefully, they can still create an event through Summer Game Fest with the trailers and all that, like we did last year. Because losing that, it would be a bummer.
Yeah, and it was easy because everybody was reunited in one place.
Yeah, it's just up to the publishers to be like, yeah, to back them up, because like PlayStation last year was like, we're not going to do that. We're going to do our own thing 2 weeks later. And they did. And it was kind of like, okay, I get it. Why? But it's kind of like, come on, let's just stick together, man. This is for the industry, keep it all together. But at the same time, you might feel like a big Xbox reveal could overpower your whatever, and there was a lot of competition, like who won E3 and who did it better, and that's the part that's kind of like, oh man,
Keanu Reeves won.
Keanu Reeves, yeah, every year he won. Mm-hmm. We won't have stuff like that, you know? That's the part that's like, mames.
Watching that live was amazing.
Yeah.
Or experiencing those type of tidbits, it felt special.
It was dope. And then, you didn't, like, when I was watching that, I didn't think it was going to be a big deal. Just like, yo, Keanu's the shit. And then it just kept memed and, you know, all over the place. All right, bro. You ready?
Okay.
Let's get into it. It's time now to talk about Le Slap. Heard around the fucking world. So if you were, even Felix, who said that he was living under a rock, heard and saw this. Mm-hmm. We're not the first ones. We're far from the first ones to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
But I have thoughts. We have to talk about it. We have to. So in case you don't know what the fuck I was talking about, during the Oscars, presenter Chris Rock was doing a little monologue. He was burning everybody. He got to Jada Pinkett Smith, made a little dad joke. Will Smith lost his shit, stood up, walked over to Chris Rock and slapped the dog shit out of him. Turned back around, everything paused for a second. Chris Rock, being the motherfucking pro that he is, carried on like nothing else happened. Later in the night, Will Smith won the Academy Award for Best Actor in King Richard. He later apologized to the Academy, apologized to his fellow nominees, and did not apologize to Chris Rock. The following day, his PR people put out a statement and apologizing to everybody. But the way this got to me first was, I think Mr. Bossman LeDouche sent it to me, and it was just a slap, right?
Shout outs to LeDouche.
Shout outs to LeDouche. And
he's gonna slap me in the face next time he sees me outside. Yeah. Oh, so please don't.
No, he's good. He'll be fine. Even though, like, I talked to everybody about this, you know, it's been a week, and we were kind of on opposite sides a little bit. When it actually happened, I was super heated. The first thing that I saw, because what was the first thing you saw? A slap, or did you saw the whole thing?
No, I saw the joke, the Jane. Mm-hmm. Then I saw Will Smith laughing. Then he stood up, and I was like, "What the fuck is he gonna? Damn, hola verga!" I was like, "Why? It was a stupid joke."
I don't know how. Well, it was just like not even like there were so many videos of this coming out. You know, some of them were like off of a TV. Some of them were like the legit broadcast or whatever. So the first thing I saw was just Will walking over and smacking the shit out of him. And the first thing I said was, "What the fuck did Chris Rock say?" Mm-hmm. Right? And after I figured out, or I saw a different video of the whole thing, of the whole monologue of him burning everybody, right? He was burning everybody. He was talking shit about everybody. Chris Rock is a legendary comic.
Yes.
Okay.
That I think is an understatement.
And after watching the whole thing, I was disappointed in Will from the get. And then after watching the full story, I was even more disappointed. I was almost hurt remember we were talking about Nolan, whether I'm a fan or not?
Yes.
I had to think about that about Will. Am I a fan of Will's? Because Boss thought I was a fan, but I never claimed to be. I liked his movies and I enjoyed his stuff, so I guess I am, you know? Mm-hmm. But I'm not a fan enough to like follow his YouTube video and of him skydiving in Puerto Rico or whatever the fuck he's doing, you know?
Yeah.
I pay attention to his projects and I appreciate his art. But whether or not I'm a fan or not, I don't know. But I guess I am, because I felt very, very disappointed. Super disappointed. Mm-hmm. Because what this means is that they both have lost touch, you know? You lost touch with, not reality, but I guess real people, you know? Mm-hmm. It's weird. Because it's like they're so Hollywood that we can't touch you, we can't do anything to you. That's the part that I'm like, okay, you just leaped ahead of us, you know? Mm-hmm. What we like about stars and why social media being used correctly is when we can relate with the person that we're watching on screen, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Oscar Isaac was talking about how they're looking for the story for Metal Gear Solid. So apparently he's going to star and he's producing a Metal Gear Solid movie.
No shit.
I didn't know that, but he just said that because they asked him about it. Like, I guess it was already out there, right?
Oh, that's sick.
And you're saying that because the thought of Oscar Isaac being involved with anything Metal Gear Solid, where it's a gaming thing, where it's like a thing that you also kind of enjoy, you relate to him, and that's like, oh, cool. That's what your reaction was for.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you do stupid shit like this, and you see how phony and weak Hollywood is, you're taking a step farther away from us, and the relatability gap in between us is growing farther and farther and farther, you know?
Oh, he dug a ditch as wide as the Grand Canyon with that action he did.
But I am disappointed in Will, and I'm disgusted with Jada. You know? Because it's all on Jada.
I was going to say a mean thing.
Go ahead. I don't give a fuck.
The cunt bitch. I mean, what the fuck? You can't take a joke? How petty and how insecure do you have to be to not take a joke from a person who makes a living out of it? Yeah. That's what pissed me the fuck off.
Wait, I would wish Chris Rock would roast me. I wish I'd be so lucky to be in the presence of Chris Rock where he can roast me about anything. I'd be honored. Okay? I'm not a comedian, but I've talked about on the show how much I watch and love stand-up comedy.
Yes. And it is. You've grown with it. It's been personal with you. Yeah.
Not only Chris Rock's, right? Like I've watched, I think, Blacker or one of those Blacker. He has big blue, black, something like that. Mm-hmm. There's one that I've seen a bunch of times, and he's a legend, right? Mm-hmm. And with the territory of being a comedian, right? You were putting yourself out there for stuff like this to happen, which should never happen under any circumstances. Physical violence is never the answer. And some people who are defending Will are saying that also words can be violent and he was being bullied, whatever. All y'all should go fuck off because you're all fucking weak and petty and I have time for you. Okay?
Dude, being a comedian is ice skating in the edge of a knife.
Now it is. But it used to be you have the license to say everything, whatever, however, that everybody else is thinking. That's how I view comedians.
And it was a relief when they said it because they were like, oh, yes, I'm not the only one.
Right. But I bet you the same people I bet you there's a handful of people, right, that are backing Will Smith. We're also backing Dave Chappelle when he was going through the LGBT stuff. Mm-hmm. And you can't because this is the exact same situation. That's where I mean they're fucking spineless. They're fucking weak. It's the same thing. We're talking about freedom of speech or whatever the fuck, right? Mm-hmm. And what very much matters is the level of the joke, man. I thought
such a dad joke.
I didn't even know. I thought he said something about Will, but the way he reacted, I was like, oh shit. After I saw what he said, I was like,
he must have cursed his mom or something.
Wait, something worse than that. A fucking G.I. Jane joke? I thought of 50 different worse things in my head that could have happened with. Mm-hmm. I told this to Boss, and then funny enough, later Andrew Schultz made the same joke, but better. Obviously, he's a professional comedian. But I thought he said something like, oh, look at Jada. Can't wait for her to see the reboot of Philadelphia. That's way worse. You seen Philadelphia?
No.
Tom Hanks plays a cancer patient and he's bald with Denzel.
Oh, shit.
That's what I would have said. You know?
Holy fuck. That's funny.
Right?
I saw the whole bit with Andrew Schultz. I was laughing my ass off.
Oh, that's what he said. Like she's doing something with Philadelphia, which is I have the recording. I sent it a day before to Boss because I thought that's something like that she said, right? That he said. Mm-hmm. No. He said first, Jada, I love you. I can't wait to see G.I. Jane. Oh, que mamón, güey. Oh, what a cruel person, güey. how fucking terrible Chris Ross is comparing Jada Pinkett Smith to a very powerful and important female strong figure in cinema.
That movie made me look at like I mean, I was a kid when I watched it. Even when I watched it on TV. I watched it on TV when I was a kid. And watching that movie, something inside me went like, wow, soldier women are just as badass.
And he's calling her a badass way.
Yeah. But the fact that she couldn't take a stupid... okay, first one. She couldn't take a joke.
No.
Even such a stupid one of that. Because even he had to defend like, it was fine.
He was like, what, over... He was like, oh, right, or whatever. But I think the groans came from people who know that she's been suffering with alopecia or whatever. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Which is a disease that she has that causes hair loss. That doesn't justify nothing. That's still just a petty ass joke. That doesn't make Chris Rock even worse. I didn't know about that either. And even if I knew, that joke is still fine because it's a joke. It's a joke. Wait. My mom had a sty in her eye. I've been calling her Quasimodo on her birthday week. All right. The whole week. What's up, Quasimodo? You ring the bell? I've been talking shit to my mama. She took a joke. She didn't punch me. She didn't slap me. It's like, dude, it's a joke.
Dude. I don't know if I've said this in the podcast before. I think I have. But my mom has Parkinson's. And she was the one who started with the fucking jokes. She was like, hey, come take your coffee from the table, because if I give it to you, I'm going to give you a latte, or you're going to drink it off the floor. And I was like, what the fuck? And she just looked me dead in the eye and said,
yeah,
hey, I can laugh at it. You can do it too. And I was like, oh shit, it just opened the floodgates.
You know what that is? That's a strong fucking woman, man. That's a strong person who take their disease and flip it and can make fun of it. Because what good is it to cry and bitch about it?
I mean, it's totally normal to do it when you find out, but living your life doing that's miserable.
Right. So you take it, you flip it in reverse like Missy Elliott, right?
A huevo. She the boss.
And the person why I feel like that is because, and I said this to Boss too, what do they always preach about? I'm a strong, independent. No, you're not fucking strong. You ain't shit. You can't handle this shit. You can't handle a little itty bitty joke. And then what came out later? Because what happens is people start digging, right? You start digging. Oh, this is so terrible. Let's go see the terrible shit you've been doing, right? While you're over here acting on movies, we got nothing to do. So we start digging. And I don't know how old this is, but there's a clip going around of Jada sitting there in an interview talking to the camera with a bald ass head, and she's saying like, I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about my head. I think it's beautiful. You can say whatever you want, whatever the fuck, but like shaking your head and giving all this attitude. Doesn't fucking look like it. You're talking all this shit, but when it comes to the fireworks, you go send and sick your dog on them. You're full of shit. You're phony. You're a fucking piece of shit, and you lie.
Jada, I mean, everybody knows this, but Jada made a meme of Will Smith. What was it, last year with the red table thing?
Right. I thought Chris said something like that. Like, oh, here's Jada. Oh, where's your boyfriend? Or something way.
She just took a stanky shit in Will Smith's mouth in that moment. And that moment. Why after that, why does even Will Smith defend her?
It's his wife.
He loves her.
It's his wife. It's his wife.
But even he laughed at the joke.
He was laughing at the joke way. That's the part that's like both of y'all are fucked up.
That's the most hypocritical part of it.
He was laughing. And then this is exactly what I think what happened. Rock did the joke. Everybody's laughing. Hilarious. Will looks over, right? Jada not happy. Jada not laughing. They cut back to Chris. And I think during that part, when they cut back to Chris, Jada must have said something to Will, like get him, or you're gonna laugh at me or something. Will said, "Oh fuck, I'm laughing at my wife. She don't like it. I gotta do something to fix it." He, in a split second, decided to get up and smack the dog shit out of Chris Rock. Right? One, it's selfish, Jada, and you're weak, and you're a puss, right?
Yeah, you're a
Two,
cunt.
It's selfish on Will because you're taking you're making it about yourself now. The joke was about your wife and it was about you guys, and we would have forgot about it if you would have just laughed and sat back. Now we've been talking about you for 2 weeks. It's going to go down as the most awkward, weirdest, wildest moment in Oscars history. I don't think anybody else this is not going to top this unless something stupid else happens, like something wilder that I'm not even going to put out there, right?
What?
I don't know, like a fucking shooting or something. Like there's never been a fight at the fucking Oscars, which wasn't really a fight, right? You look weak because you step up to little ass Chris Rock, who reports are saying was in a sling backstage, so he can't really defend himself. He's been dealing with like a fucked up shoulder or something, but he took the sling off to present. I heard somebody else made this point. If that was Jason Momoa doing that, you think Will Smith would have walked up and smacked him?
Will Smith would have gotten an axe to the face.
Right. But he knew who to pick at, right? Yep. And allegedly there was already beef between them both because Chris Rock has hosted the Oscars before. He's made jokes about both of them. And Will said, don't talk about my wife or whatever, right?
But they're just fucking jokes, dude.
Even if they're still jokes, even if you're still fucked up, that's not how you handle it.
No, you're a fucking grown-ass man.
If you want to make a scene, you'd be like, I'm going to talk to you backstage and leave it there, right? And then go, keep my wife's name out your... No, now you brought it up into everybody. You made everybody in the room feel weird. You made our fellow Mexican, Lupita Nyong'o, feel fucking uncomfortable. She's a meme now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
You know, she a Mexican?
Yeah.
Did you know that? I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
She was born in Mexico.
Yeah.
So, Lupita now Mexican. Well, she's been Mexican, but in my world, she's not Mexican.
Yeah.
She's now made a meme, right?
Another Oscar-winning Mexican,
right.
Mind you.
Did you even know who won for Best Picture?
No.
You know why? Because no one was talking about that. So you took the shine away from everybody there. You made the moment about yourself. You proved to the world that you're weak and Hollywood is bullshit and your wife is crazy. Y eres un pinche mandilón, as we say down here in Mexico, meaning you're whipped, right? Jada has been on vacation with the family and fucked off and left, right?
He left Will?
No. Like left the family, been like they're on a family vacation, right? And she'd be like, the Augustus guy, that's the guy who she basically groomed to be able to bone, who was a drug addict, fucked up friend of the family, of one of her sons or whatever.
Simon.
This is all alleged. I'm playing telephone right now. I'm repeating what I heard. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. But then they'd be out here in the family, and she'd be like, "I'll be right back," and then goes and bones the guy in the hotel room while everybody else playing in the water and having family time. She out here making Will look like a fool, and then he's still like, "That's my woman," right? It's just wild. The memes about, and then all the things she does about Tupac, because she was like messing around with Tupac too.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Like they were friends, right?
No, I think they were more than friends. I think they were dating at the time. I think, I'm not sure, but there are memes of her making the face, and it's like Tupac would have shot him. And like she's just out here making Will look like a fool, man. No, man. On Tupac's birthday,
I had a fucking horse. La verga.
That's a good one, but I've seen them all. That's why I'm not even that chuckly anymore. On Tupac's birthday, she posts shit like, "I miss you. I wish you were here." That kind of shit.
Oh, she posted that poem, right?
Yes, she out here making Will look like a fool, and then he goes and does this and makes himself look like a fool.
And then he wins a fucking Oscar,
and then thinks that because he won an Oscar,
he's off the hook.
He's apologizing. It just made it all fucking awkward. Oh, because so if you wouldn't have won, right? What would have done?
Fucked off,
right?
Because I made a fool of myself. I acted impulsively.
But that's what someone in their right mind, aka you, who is not famous, who doesn't have millions of people, who doesn't have millions, if not billions of dollars in his bank account, you are grounded. You have that sense in like, oh, I fucked up. No, these guys are so out of touch that he didn't think that. He didn't think that. I still think he doesn't think that. Because his stupid phony ass apology the next day was totally a PR stunt to save face.
Oh, yes.
Right? So after winning a damn Oscar, he feel like it's easy to apologize. And it's like, you ruined the night for everybody. You're selfish. This is fucked up. And then he's blaming Richard Williams for his actions. That's the part that I don't get. And everybody's like,
because he fiercely defended his family.
And he became Richard Williams in that moment. And it's so method acting. Hey, movies, right, are not plays. Every time you play the movie on TV, he's not acting it for you. What I'm trying to say is he was Richard Williams probably 2 years ago. He acted the part as Richard Williams probably 2 years ago. And then stopped acting, and then they had to edit the fucker, and then the movie had to come out. The movie came out in Christmas. It's 3 months later, 4 months later. He's still not Richard Williams. What the fuck are you talking about? He hasn't been acting as Richard Williams in 2 years, maybe. That's how long it takes to make a movie. It's not a play. He's not being Richard Williams every night. So that was some bullshit excuse. That part pissed me off. And it just made everything weird. And then he's over here on the after party taking pictures like nothing happened, making it all fucking weird. It's just disappointing way. I was irritated and disappointed at Will Smith. I didn't want to look at him or nothing. I told this to Boss. He's like a child that disappointed you, right? Mm-hmm. Go to your room. I don't want to fucking see you right now. I don't want to hear about it. But unfortunately, he was all over everything all week, and there's still stuff coming out.
Still?
There's a different angle. You ever seen the angle behind Jada?
No.
Where she laughs like a fucking evil villain of a movie?
No shit.
Yeah. After he smacked her, she like laughs like one of those chuckles where you throw your head back and you come back and like clap. Mm-hmm. She was laughing like an evil villain, like fucking Yzma from fucking Cusco's New Groove or whatever. She was laughing at assault. She was laughing at assault. I'm putting it on the YouTubes. I've seen there's been angles and all this other shit. More stuff coming out. It's just, I guess as a fan of Will Smith, I was just heavily disappointed in that. And then the way he held, like, dealt with it afterwards, I did not agree. It doesn't matter, man.
I mean, I saw there's been a while since I've seen Joe Rogan's full episodes, but I saw the clip where he was talking to a guy and said that the Academy should have revoked the Oscar. Or they should have taken him out, or
they
something.
They tried to escort him out, and he denied.
Well, fucking grab him
again. That is a piece of news that I heard. His camp saying that is not true. But put yourself like there. And another one was I heard that it was split backstage, that the main producer did not want to take him out, and some of the other people were trying to get him escorted.
I guess that's what you do because he committed assault.
I know, but he's also getting your biggest award of the night. So then what? You know, as a show in the moment, you're going to give this motherfucker an award. So you, as a producer of the Oscars, thinking of it like that, I kind of get it.
But there has to be consequences. I mean, you're acting a fool. You can't just the Academy as whatever everybody says they are or act. They have to. I mean, they're supposed to be one of the biggest the biggest exponent of whatever in acting. So they have to show that there has to be consequences when you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, but it's all bullshit, bro. You gotta remember, Hollywood is bullshit. It's fake. They're fucking weak. They can't take a joke. They were saying worse things throughout the night. Amy Schumer called Kristen Dunst a placeholder. Oh no, I think her husband. She called one of them a placeholder. Like in the Oscars, if you're a star and you're nominated for something, right? And you're like in the camera shot and you have to go pee, there are people that will sit in your seat so that it doesn't look empty. Mm-hmm. So Amy Schumer called one of them, I think the husband, I think Jesse Plemons. She called Jesse Plemons like a placeholder. Like, oh, who are you with?
They're fucking married?
Yes, they're married. So that was a joke. Kristen was Amy Schumer was like, "Who you here with?" Kristen, like, that's a placeholder. Who went to the bathroom, right? I don't know if she did that to him or her. I don't remember. But that was the gist of the joke. That's way worse than calling somebody G.I. Jane.
Neta?
That's what they said.
That is foul. And not that because it is like I mean, of course you can be offended by that, but that was just a bad joke.
Which one?
The placeholder one. I mean, why would you say that?
Rougher. That's rougher.
Oh yeah.
That's like, oh, like both of them are
like
fucking.
That's a direct diss.
Right. But they both laughed at the joke. It comes with the job, man.
Because it's a fucking joke.
But it comes with the job. You're sitting front row of the Oscars. Guess
you're
what?
in the spotlight of everybody.
It's like going
because of your job.
Right. It's like going to a Shamu event and sitting in the front row and being pissed because you got wet. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It comes with the territory of being famous. You wanted that life. Hey, you don't want anybody to talk about you, say jokes, say mean things. Quit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't act no more.
Dude, you could do 2 movies and live off of that.
But that's what I'm saying, where they're out of touch. No one can touch you because you're Will Smith. No one can say anything because you're Jada Pinkett. And it's just like, all you are gross. You're gross, and I can't look at you right now. As far as revoking his stuff, that's going too far away. He won it fair and square before the smack, right?
Mm-hmm.
Give him the thing. I was hoping he would apologize or say something, but no, he made it all about himself, and he was cracking jokes, and pussy ass Hollywood were laughing at it, right? And everybody was all cool, and maybe Will's going through some mental shit, hardcore, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Looks like it. It does feel like it though.
But it should never resolve or never involve physical violence. I'm 100% against that, because now what this is doing is giving weird fuckers at normal comedy events, right, at a comedy clubs, to walk up and smack a comedian because they're roasting him. You know,
the dude that was talking to Joe Rogan was like, I hope that happens to you and Schaub.
Was it Barnett?
I don't remember the guy's name. I've never seen it before.
Because he's a fighter. I think he was an ex-fighter, Josh Barnett, who's like a Viking.
I can't remember.
But that goes to what I'm saying. He felt that he could easily walk up to Chris Rock and smack him. But if it was The Rock, I don't think he would have done that.
Oh, hell no.
You know what I'm saying? So there's hypocrisy there. That's fucked up. I'm just so pro comedians, right? Because they've been censored during all these years. They don't, they say this joke, they said that joke. Like I don't support them getting naked in front of people or drugging ladies, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about their act, their speech,
the
right?
Profession.
They claim freedom of speech in the country, but it's not really. It's freedom of speech as long as you agree with what I'm saying. And that's not right.
And that's coming from 2 guys that started a podcast because of movies.
Right. And that's Hollywood mentality has also been in mind, because I in my head of like, don't say this, don't say that. And it's bullshit. I should be able to say whatever I want, how I want to say it. So do you, right?
Exactly.
But this stupid woke left bullshit, it just has us overthinking shit. And so even Hollywood is too scared to say shit. But that's enough. That's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. It's not fair. It's not right to be attacking people on stage because you don't agree with what they say. Deal with it. If it's such a big deal, deal with it off stage. Deal with it.
Like, again, like, just like you said, that's what rational people will do. But they're living in their own world.
I also think if it wasn't Will Smith, would people back him? You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's another question. Not only the Rock thing. If this was a white person, or if this was somebody else, right?
I mean, imagine. I was just thinking about it. What if it
was Jesse? What if Jesse Plemons would have got up and smacked Chris Rock? What would have happened?
Oh, they would have dogpiled Jesse Plemons.
Everybody would have been out, right?
I was thinking, what if he said that to Emily Blunt and John Krasinski just straight up punched his fucking face?
Right, you can go anywhere, right? I'm just saying somebody who's there.
Yeah.
Let's say someone was talking shit about, I don't know. Even if the joke is regarding a disease, I think that's valid. I think that's fair. I think you should be able to joke about anything and anything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you do with your homies, right? Oh, yes. We crack jokes about Bubbles. Bubbles, you don't even know the half of the horrific shit Bubbles has told to me, to my face,
And I've seen some of it. I've been present when you two dog on each other.
And that goes back to the relatability. That's what they're taking shots at these famous actors for, is to kind of humanize them and make them relatable.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't now when they get pissy and get up and start smacking people. So if this was somebody else, say it was Jesse Plemons, and he gets up and smacks the shit out of Chris Rock, what would have happened? Everybody would have been against Jesse. They would have taken his Oscar away. He would have been boycotted. He would have been canceled. And I'm not saying take the Oscar away. I'm not saying Will shouldn't work ever again. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying none of that. He should still be the genie. He should still do Men in Black 47, whatever he wants to do. Mm-hmm. I Am Legend. That's great. Still do it. I'm not doing none of that. Just as a kind of medium fan and a consumer, I need him to be in timeout. I need to not look at him for a year or two, and then when I do, I'm gonna talk shit and I'm gonna bring this back up again. But this is how I'm gonna deal with it, because he's not going anywhere. I don't think he should go anywhere. Again, people are like, take his Oscar away. He should never work again. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what we're doing. He fucked up. He fucked up.
He did. And then, like, thinking about it in this moment, it is interesting how heated we're coming. We're getting.
I was way more heated Sunday night.
Oh, I could imagine. I can imagine how are you heated, because this is the most heated I've been because of that. Because for me, it's been a crazy ride between the comedians backing up Chris and the actors backing up Will.
There are some comedians that are backing up. Well, not some, but Tiffany Haddish is also. I'm kind of disappointed, and she's getting out of touch too, because she's defending Will. I don't like that. If you're a comedian, you have to be on Chris's side. You have to, and if you're not, you're weak and you're out of touch, and you're looking like a politician. You're looking whose friendship can I get more out of? That's how it feels to me.
It's just spineless,
and it's spineless.
Bottom line, but like coming out of this heat, I'm thinking about it like a little bit more, like taking a step back and thinking about it. This is inconsequential.
No,
like it's in the sense that it is interesting that this is a huge thing in Hollywood and shit, but it does not affect my daily life.
No. It was in my brain for like 3 days straight where I couldn't stop thinking about it. Mm-hmm. Because it was a pulverizing event or situation that happened, right? Mm-hmm. But in probably 3 more weeks, maybe we're gonna not talk about it. Like Chris already said that he's still processing it, because his ticket sales for like the week after were like skyrocketed probably like 30 times, because they were like the cheapest were like 70, and then now the cheapest were 1,000. And good for him, and good. He deserves it, since he's not going to sue Will, so he's got to make money somehow.
And he's MVP just because that he knew when what just happened when he said, this is the best night in television history.
He's a pro.
That made me stop and think like, wow, that dude just took it.
Right. Imagine someone just smacking you. What do you want to do? You want to rip their fucking head off?
Yes.
But you're not going to do it on TV. And then he doesn't sue. He doesn't press charges on him.
He's being the bigger person
out of all of them. Yes. But the Tiffany Haddish thing also is just sad.
Oh, that was fucked up.
That's sad. You're supposed to be on Chris's side, you know. I think, but they didn't even address it even during the show either. Where they kind of did a little bit. No, it's just it was just spineless, you know. Jim Carrey, who's a goat, right? He's dominated both kind of the stand-up world a little bit, but definitely the acting world. He's like, Hollywood is spineless and they have no guts, and I 100% agree with the goat. It just feels political. I'm going to align myself whatever I can do to progress my career. And you're going to, sacrifice your morals and what you actually think about in your upbringing. That's the part of like Tiffany Haddish that kind of gets me, because she was in the fucking, I think she was living in her car and shit, doing stand up. Her job was stand up.
Oh shit.
Her job was stand up. Talking crazy. I'm sure Chris mentored her for a spell.
It sounded like
I sounded like he pimped her out. Yeah, no.
See, wait.
No. I'm sure he mentored
like
her.
She is a mentored whore.
Yeah.
No, that's fucked up.
She's a dementor whore.
Oh, that's even better.
A spooky whore ghost. I'm sure he like was in her ear at one point giving her advice, and for her to be like, "Nah, I'm with Will because of alopecia and because you can't, because you can't make fun of a disease of a." I thought you're a black, strong, independent woman. That's all you guys are preaching about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Isn't it a joke? I'm a black, independent woman. That they do the whole thing, and I'm strong, and then that goes with being strong everywhere, not just for the cameras, for a commercial, for whatever you want. To bring awareness to whatever the fuck disease you have and put a front for all these other people. No. Oh, alopecia or whatever the disease is not something to joke about. He didn't joke about that. He just saw a shiny fucking bald head glaring the light off of her fucking forehead into his face. He had no other fucking option but to make fun of it. And you don't have the balls to do that. Fuck all the way off.
Imagine this. Chris is just like stands there, like, hey, put some sunglasses on, and he's like, sorry, Jada.
Yes, damn. Sorry, this is Jada. No, but even that's worse than what he actually said.
Yeah, but I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, that would have been way funnier.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of fucked up that they actually let Will walk all the way up there too. Where's security?
Because a lot of people thought it was gonna like do a bit.
Right, grab the microphone and say like, well. Oh, talk to me when you've had a movie or something. No, violence. And he's like, I'm not a vessel of violence. I preach positivity. No, yeah, you preach it, but you don't practice it. That's the whole hypocrisy and bullshit about Hollywood. Y'all talk all this shit. Y'all want to be progressive. Y'all giving Coda the fucking movie of the year for the deaf people, but you're supporting assault on stage. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Whoever defends Will Smith, you're soft. And I feel sorry for you because I like to live in a world where you can make fun of anything and everything, you know? Obesity, skinny, LGBT, straight, fucking black, white, purple, anything. That's the world I like to live in. You make fun of it, and it's not bullying. It's more of a bringing together thing, right? It's more of an exercise of like, okay, I have the confidence to even joke about that, you know?
And if you want to see it in a different way, comedy can be a coping mechanism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like your mom.
It can be fucking healing. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Because you're making that disease that could haunt your fucking life just to whatever, something to joke about. You joke about things that, well, whatever, right? That's how I think. That's how I feel. But again, I might have a comics brain, and that's how I think like that. That's how I was like, I'm on Chris's side. Whatever he wants to do, press charges, I support. Hell yeah, even though he don't need my support, but whatever.
Okay, and you're on the side of comedy. I'm just a Joe Schmo that likes is a like a what could you say, like a standby fan of comedy. I like it. I enjoy it. I appreciate it. But, I mean, what the fuck? I stand by not condoning violence, and I'm on Chris Rock's side.
Yeah.
And Will and Jade are bitches.
Yeah. So I told the boss like the hours within, like, Will Smith is fired, and that's me overreacting. He's not fired. He's not canceled in my brain. I just need to be timeout. I don't want to see him as a genie in Aladdin 2 or whatever they do there. I don't want to see him in I Am Legend until that shit comes out. I don't want to see him right now. You're grounded. Go to your fucking room. I don't want to see you. And when I do see you, I'm gonna make fun of the shit. Right? I'm gonna talk shit. It's not like he's going to listen anyway, but even if he did, I'm going to still keep that same energy and match that same energy, right? I don't give a shit. You were foul. You're grounded right now. Jada, I don't give a fuck about Jada before, and I still don't now, and we're not even now. She don't act. She just goes on her podcast with her mama and start talking shit and making Will look like a fucking asshole, right? You can keep doing that. I don't care, right? I only really give a shit about Will and Willow and fucking Jaden, right? That's all I give a shit about, really, barely, right? But did you think this was fake at all?
No.
People are thinking it was fake.
I mean, I get it, but it never crossed my mind that it was fake.
But that goes to show how desperate and whack the Oscars have been, where assault on stage, people might think is a stunt to create views. That is wild.
It's fucking crazy. I mean, assault should never be something to aspire to do to get something in return.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucked up. And I mean, people who think that they kind of have something wrong with the brain, and that's a lot coming from me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all behind being skeptical and not believing everything because it is Hollywood. But at the same time, assault, the way he smacked him, it was like some like hardcore. That's some Jerry Springer acting right there. You know, if the crowd would go Jerry, and then I got the security guards, okay, maybe, right?
Oh, that would have been even better.
But they censored it. The keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. Like that whole part went muted.
I saw the Japanese video. When I saw the video, it was
like talking about this shit. Yep.
Yeah, it was. I mean, they streamed it live over there, and you can hear the Japanese girl like translating. But I like Will saying like fucking mouth. I was like, oh my god, what is he? Who is he?
Yeah, I mean,
there's nothing fresh to that man.
No,
that's why you should watch porn.
He has the ability to go fuck other girls' way. They have an open relationship. Go busting some fucking Latina waitress or something. He loves Latinas. He's always acting the opposite of them. Go busting a Latina waitress or something. Fucking chill.
Latinas got that fire in the blood. Get fucking shit. He's gonna love him. He's gonna be like crack.
What do you think about do you think? Because I just finished saying you can joke about anything, but there's a time and a place to do so.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Like, you're not going to joke about cancer at the funeral while you're looking at him, right?
No. There's something called we've been working on this. It's called reading the room.
Yeah. So there's a time and a place to joke about, but again, I think you can joke about anything.
Yes, nothing should be off limits when you're cracking a joke because it is not made to attack somebody. It's transformative.
And here's another thing. This is also what I said to Boss. If the joke is too far, right? Mm-hmm. We the people would take care of it. You never have to put it in your own hands to go up and smack them.
No.
So let's say Chris did say one of the horrendous things we said about Jada, right? Oh, look, Jada, cool, like 8-ball, corner pocket, or something, right? Something, right? Or if you walked up to Jada and rubbed her head and like, start shaking it like the Magic 8-ball. Am I going to win an Oscar next year? Or something, right? Mm-hmm. Then us, the people, be like, yo, Chris, you went a little bit too far, right? Even though I'm still supporting there's comedy and then there's being mean. There's a thin line that the comedians have to walk. Right, but again, you can joke about anything as long as the joke is follows this weird thin line, right? Mm-hmm. So you sent to me Mark Norman, right? He's a fucking savage.
He's one of my favorites.
He's one of my favorites too, and thank you for shining a light on him because he's fucking ruthless, right? But he finds he toes the line of being mean, but they're jokes.
Yes,
right.
It's magical.
So. If Chris would have said something horrendous that falls on the border of mean and not jokey, us the people would have been like, yo, fuck Chris Rock for what he said about Jada of how terrible this is or whatever, right? If he did said something about them cheating or whatever, right? Bringing their personal life into it and then said something that's not funny, but terrible, terrible, terrible. Like, oh, good thing you got an alopecia because you've been fucking Will and you're lucky you don't have AIDS. Something terrible like that, right? Something terrible like that. You're lucky that's the only disease you have. You're lucky you don't have any of the STDs from all these, like something like that, something terrible. Then us, the people, Twitter, Justice would have been like, fucking Rock, you te pasas de verga, that's over the line. but not when Will takes it upon itself to do it, right? Then you don't need us to do that. And then going back to the digging, there's stuff of Will making fun of bald people. There was a segment where he was making fun of bald people back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That has nothing to do with this and that, but it just goes to some hypocrisy. Yes, he was a 20-year-old man. Now he's 40, 50, whatever. But still.
It's 50-something.
Whatever you do, and especially nowadays, it's being recorded and we can see it. We can see the angle where you're laughing like an evil bitch. We can see everything, right? So don't portray one thing in front of the cameras out, oh, goody two shoes, and then turn around and go smacking people. It's just, it's a weird thing, and I just want to be over it. But I don't believe, I don't know, it's weird. You can take jokes too far, again, when it crosses that mean line, but you can joke about everything. And I feel like it's obvious when you cross a line.
Oh, yes, it's obvious because you feel it.
Even you think about it after you say something, like, okay, me pasé de veras.
Oh, I that's happened to me a lot of times.
Yeah.
Like,
I've said
fuck
horrendous things to Bubbles as well, right? And sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm sorry for that one, right? And he smacks me, right? He smacks me. Or
and he goes like, no.
Or yeah, no, he'll smack me, but it's like good smack, right? It's still within the fun and games of violence, right? That's our violence. We can fuck each other up, right?
And that's another dimension. The how do you communicate? Yeah. What's your relationship with the person? Because if Chris Rock would have been lifetime friends with them, like nalga y nalga,
yeah,
it would have been different because everybody would know that they've been friends for a long time, they've been close and whatever, and he could do that and nothing would have happened.
But that's the thing, they don't. So I think they have the opposite situation where, like, Will and Jada already do not like Chris, right? Mm-hmm. So that could have played a part in it, but again, Will was laughing, right? And I think that's what really happened. He realized that he fucked up. He shouldn't be laughing at his wife, and then he took the matter into his own hands.
Why shouldn't he? I mean, depending on the joke, there's a time and place, exactly. Right. But you should be able to laugh at a fucking joke.
That's what another thing was. A lot of the ladies were like, "I want to find me a man who's gonna fight for me over." Like Will, right? I want a man. No. And I saw some like, and I want a girl who can take a joke.
Yeah. You just reminded me of this Anthony Mackie when he was with Wendy Williams, I think.
Yeah, boss sent me that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, it makes so much sense.
Right.
Why is it scandalizing? Why?
It's not, because again, it's like this double standard thing, you know? You don't want to make your man a sandwich. So the clip that Felix is talking about is Wendy Williams and Anthony Mackie. And Anthony Mackie's like, you're going to make daddy a sandwich. Mm-hmm. And everybody's like, oh. And he's like, what? If we're walking down the street and someone looks at you funny or starts saying shit, you want me to defend you, right? And they're like, yeah. Well, then you're going to make me a fucking sandwich. That's all. Like, that's basically the gist of the video, which I kind of agree. I don't want a sandwich, right? Whatever. But it is our duty to open the door. It is our job to protect you or whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, whoever doesn't do that is a fucking puss, right? But yes. we're talking about someone talking shit and then someone making a joke. So that Anthony Mackie thing, even though it was going around again, has nothing to do with this Will Smith situation.
No, but it does go with the double standards, and I'm gonna sound like a concerned uncle or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's like, what kind? I mean, you're talking about what do you tell your kid when your kid or a small person in your life hit somebody else? It's like, no, you don't hit anybody. No, you resolve it with words.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking example are you setting?
Yeah, I mean, the whole situation is bonkers. Is bonkers and disappointing, right? Mm-hmm. Disappointing from the Pinkett Smith household, right? I don't know what I don't know what the kids feel. You know, I wonder what they, how they feel, if they feel embarrassed or they're like, because they were all taking pictures and laughing and smiling with the statue, and he's like, at the party, digging. Imagine being at the party way. It's like, okay, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. You fucking made it awkward and you made it about yourself. I probably wouldn't want to go to the after party or anything.
Me neither.
You know, it's just a weird situation.
I would like to clog his toilet.
Oh, I'm sure you can.
Oh, yes, I could. It's not hard.
But the MVP for me is obviously Rock for taking the slap like a motherfucker. You know, he can take
Chris Piedra.
Yep, he can take a punch better than Will and Jaden can take a joke. So that's a big takeaway. And he's a fucking pro. He continued right after it. He kept going. He kept going right after. I think I got everything I wanted to say about that situation.
Oh yes, this I'm gonna have to say that this has been an interesting podcast.
Yeah, and let us know. Don't be afraid because I call you weak if you're on Will's side, right? Let me know why. Stick to your shit, right? We can disagree on something and still be cool with each other. We don't have to agree on everything, right?
Acceptance is the start of
maybe you can give me another, oh, he's weak or he's not weak or he's standing up for whatever. I mean, I already put my thoughts out there. The least you can do is put yours on the comments in the YouTubes or slide in our DMs at Geeks and Joysticks on the HTs and all that other stuff. But yeah, that was the big takeaway of this week. Hopefully it dies down and everybody be cool and everybody behaves. Sure, why not? Let's talk about Top Gun Maverick so we can get something happy the past hour.
A little bit of palate cleansing.
Yeah, let's get this weird funky ass move of people dying and canceling and let's talk about airplanes, bruh, and naked bodies, bruh. Top Gun Maverick.
Being a person that has never seen Top Gun to the full length movie.
You never seen Top Gunny?
I have seen parts of it. The only part I've ever seen on TV is the volleyball.
Oh, then guess what was going on to the list, my dude?
Yeah, and actually I was going to watch it tonight.
I
am going to watch it tonight.
But make notes because we're doing Top Gunnio on the list, even though I've seen it, but you haven't. So it's not only about me, it's also about you, Top Gunnios.
And that being said, I mean, because this made me want to watch it even more because this is like the whole dogfighting is the first movie this dogfight heavy.
There's some aviating pew pews kind of.
Okay, because this one just I mean I am preparing myself to know that not all the movie is pew pews and the planes, but the scenes that they showed they were amazing, and I was like, okay,
is Tom Cruise flying this fucking thing?
Yes, he is.
He is, huh?
Yeah. Why not? Because why the fuck not?
Cabron. There's CGI, bruh.
No, oh my god. I mean, shout outs to that man.
He's a crazy fuck.
He is the craziest
because of what he's doing.
I still love him about it.
I mean, I don't know if he's the one flying, sideways in between the two planes or going upside down. I don't know. It looks like he's doing something, but we can do CGI, my guy.
I think he said in interviews he is in the cockpit of that jet flying the fucking thing.
And I don't know how many times they did this shit in the trailer where he's going and then something. They did that like 4 times. Where he looks back real quick.
Simon.
They did like 5 fucking times. I don't know if the rest of the cast are also flying.
I don't think so. They're not Tom Cruise.
But you can tell they look exactly the same. If one is CGI and the other one is not, come on,
CGI has come a long way.
I know, but Tom, Jesus Christ, dog. But I mean,
you gotta keep it authentic.
I guess, bro.
That's another goat. That's another fucking goat.
And your Mija's in this too.
Oh, sí, cierto.
La Jennifer Connelly's.
Fucking shit, man.
What was she in that we were talking about? Rocketeer? I saw her recently in something else.
Oh my god.
The fuck did I watch her in? Anyway.
Her eyes are so mesmerizing. I mean, I'm talking about Tom's.
Oh, of course. That's the only thing you can see when he's got the mask on and everything.
That's the only thing we've been able to see of people in fucking 2 years.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Top Gun is like so manly in the OG, it becomes gay. Because it does a full circle.
That's what I've heard.
Because it's so like, yeah, we're the dudes, right? Fuck yeah, let's play volleyball with our shirts on and hug each other with fucking music in the background. It goes full circle and it comes kind of gay, dog. Like
they were toting toting the line.
That's a little gay. And they did volleyball in this too. So I like that they did a little shout out to that. As
they had to. It would have been stupid if they didn't.
You have to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the takeaway of the movie, right? Maverick and Iceman, and they play volleyball and love each other, and fucking they probably bone. I'm not crazy.
I don't think so. I mean, the Romans did it. Why not him?
I mean, I'm not dissing it. I'm saying that's the takeaway of Top Gun. I'm not a fan of Miles Teller, like nasty bigote he got going on.
He is fucking weird. Okay, I have a strange way of consuming Miles Teller because I am a fan of his acting, but not of the dude, the physical being that is him.
You don't like his face.
No,
that's what Bubba says.
There's something about his face, and when he just rocked up with the mustache, I was like, "No, you don't do that.
The mustache is too much.
No, you don't Freddie Mercury that shit.
No. I mean, not for this time. It doesn't go with his face. And they just showed the volleyball. It's not volleyball. They're playing football.
Oh fuck, nah, mames. That's fine. Verga.
I mean, same thing.
It is a ball in the beach, and they're half naked. Chingas
right,
money.
and there's ladies now. Because ladies can fly too, bruh.
I mean, when you push them off a building, they also do it.
Yeah, whatever. But the cast though is cool. Miles Teller's cool. That other Juanito guy, the blondie, the white guy.
Where have we seen him? Because I know I've seen him in somewhere.
I mean, I've seen him in Scream Queens and other things. I think.
Yeah.
He's Chad. He always plays a goofy dumbass.
It's strange that I've seen Scream Queens. Yeah, like me saying that out loud feels strange.
John Hamm también.
Oh, that fucking Zaddy way.
Sí, güey.
Gotta say, I mean, dude.
Any man who doesn't aspire to be John Hamm like, I mean, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing, bruh? What are you doing? What are we doing here?
You know you're secure enough with yourself when you say,
yeah,
that's goals.
I just don't want to feel bad by looking at Val Kilmer in this, because he looking fucked, eh?
Yeah, he has had a rough life.
I don't know exactly what he got. I haven't seen that documentary. Bubbles has me over here waiting on he. Like,
come on, Bubbles, step your pussy up.
Pinche vato. But the director of this is the same director behind Oblivion and Tron Legacy.
2 movies I have liked a lot.
Oh, and a Gears of War Mad World video short that also appeared in fucking E3. That was one of the greatest fucking shorts of all time.
Oh shit!
Hello, nightmare.
That is ingrained. No. Yeah. With the Mad World song with I can't remember his name, but that's ingrained in my brain.
Oh wait, that's like video game history way. The slow motion and everything exploding.
And at the end, the locust spider was like, oh my god.
See why he did that? So just for that, I'm down. I mean, I was kind of down before. But let's see. I mean, you guys already know what we think about 30-year-old. Remake, reboots, whatevers. We'll see how this do. So I guess we're doing Top Gun then. That's good.
Oh yes, we are. I'm really excited to watch Top Gun.
Well, this comes May 27th, so I think we're gonna drop it a week or before or after. So
I think it's gonna be after. Don't you think? Because of the event.
I mean, we'll figure it out. Before or after, I think it's better before, but we'll figure it out. Not a big deal. We'll figure it out.
That's behind the scenes shit.
It's behind the scenes, and it might even fall in perfectly anyway.
And if you donate to the Patreon, you can see behind the scenes.
Ah, cabrón, que Patreon. You have a secret Patreon, puto?
No, I wish we had one.
You and Lupita started shit behind my back?
Lupita, run!
Smack you. I'm gonna smack you.
I mean, if you knew the money I'm raking in, I'll take 2 smacks. Fuck it.
Yeah, I can see that you're not raking in any money, Doug. Okay,
that's why I'm not taking no fucking smacks, bitch.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Speaking of Will Smith, and this is another example of how weird I do things, and when I'm saying that I'm in tune with the universe and shit weird happens like this is the stuff I'm talking about. On the list that we just dropped is I Am Legend. Or is it coming? Did it drop already?
Yeah, it already dropped, I think.
Yeah. It dropped this week.
Yes.
And then that happened, right? That's what I'm like, weird, goofy ass coincidence that I'm talking about. So go watch that if you're not sick and tired of Will Smith. And just keep in mind that everything that Boss and I are talking about this is way before the smack.
Yeah.
So everything we say there is way before the smack. Has nothing to do. We don't even mention anything else.
Mm-hmm.
But this upcoming week, the next movie on the list is also me and Boss. 1989's Van Damme's Kickboxer. I have some thoughts regarding that. Make sure you head on over and watch it. It's just, you need to watch. You need to watch that.
It is
not the movie. You need to watch the review. You don't need to watch the fucking movie.
It is. I mean, Kickboxer is a thing.
It's a thing, and I get it.
It's a thing.
It's a thing, and I get it. I don't know why it's a thing, but it's a thing.
Oh my god!
But yeah, those two lists are up now. Make sure you watch the list. I Am Legend, and then
that's
the
where
next
the
one's
meme
coming.
came from, right?
Which one?
Van Damme dancing.
Yeah.
Iconic.
Yep. I do not like Van Damme. Anyway, you're gonna hear me say that a lot of times on the.
Oh,
on the
and
list.
he kicked the fucking shit out of was it?
Kung Po?
No. In The Expendables, I think it was the second one where he was a bad guy.
I don't know.
I don't remember if it was Scott Eastwood or the Hemsworth. I think it was a Hemsworth.
Whatever you say, I don't know.
He kicked. There was an interview where Van Damme kicked him like, I'm not gonna even attempt to do his accent, but he said like, be careful because I'm gonna kick you. He was like, okay, I can take it, and he kicked the ever living shit out of him, and they're like, okay.
I haven't seen The Expendables. Should I add them to the list? I was thinking about it.
They're stupid. Wait, they're so stupid, but they're fun.
Maybe.
It's oh my god, it's a good time. It's a very good time.
It's a good time. You have any recommendations for the people before we get the fuck up on out here, Felix?
Yeah. I mean, you can do like Chris Rock and Bunch.
Oh man, shit, you're watching.
Oh shit, I'm watching.
Yeah, and you have any recommendations? You want to recommend anything to people?
Oh fuck. Okay, so. No. No. Because I was thinking Attack on Titan. Uh-huh. Tomorrow is the last episode is going to be a whole hour event.
Nice.
I've said this many a time.
And
I'm going to say them again. I just rewatched again The Lord of the Rings just to like a feel good, and I'm rewatching The Hobbit. And I have to say that the Hobbit theatrical cuts, they're not that bad. The extended ones are complete shit. But I'm gonna go with watch something that makes you feel warm inside.
Okay,
that's what I'm gonna recommend.
Okay, you went weird, so
yeah.
Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, dude, come on.
We need it.
Yeah, yes, we need it.
Yeah. And if you want something new that's gonna make you feel good and chuckle and laugh, The Righteous Gemstones on HBO Max is fan-fucking-tastic. If you are a fan of Danny McBride's Eastbound and Down, The Righteous Gemstones is a fucking watch for you.
Is it a cartoon?
No. This is live action. You know Danny McBride?
Yes, I know him.
Okay. So, there's 2 seasons out now. I think if it ended recently. So this follows a world famous televangelist family with a long tradition of deviance, greed, and charitable work. So if you've seen Eastbound and Down, you kind of know what angle and comedy Danny McBride brings of like, yes. I'm the best, even though I'm not the best. It's like false confidence, and they're pieces of shit, right? So the whole family except the daddy are pieces of shit. But the cast is pretty crazy. John Goodman plays the dad. We got Danny McBride.
Oh, I love that man.
Adam Devine, the one guy, and I like him because he matches Danny McBride's energy. They all do.
They're 2 peas in a pod. I like them.
Edie Patterson, who plays the sister, is probably my favorite. They play spoiled brat. I mean, the characters are fucking great. I thought this was great. This was recommended to me but Walton Goggins in here too.
Neta?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Shit.
So it's very Eastbound and Downish with Danny McBride being a complete dickwad to everybody, and he's the greatest person ever. And it's all wrapped around religious televangelists, and they're asking for money, and then
I am
people
down.
die and people start. It's just wild. I ate the whole 2 seasons this past week.
You had me at Danny McBride.
It's great. It is great. If you like Danny McBride, I can see how people be like, I don't like it. But if you are into Eastbound and Down, which I am, and you like Danny McBride, you understand that kind of shit. And even if you're not, I say give it a shot. Because in the very first 5 minutes, they had me hooked. Just the way they bicker with each other is great. They're like baptizing people, and then Danny doesn't like how Adam is doing his, hey, you're drowning people over there. Just the fucking banter between them. They're all fucking spoiled brats. It's great. I'm kind of sad that I ate all these motherfucking episodes like Skittles. But that's
how good it is.
The Righteous Gemstones. Yeah.
And watch Cool World. God damn.
Well, that's on the list, bro. Don't tell people to watch it yet. Anyway, anything else? That's about it, eh?
Yeah.
I feel tired, yo.
Dude, me too. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Anything you want to say to beautiful people? Ahora sí.
Not much.
Always fair for you, dude.
Bye.
Hey, like, subscribe if I'm gonna smack the dog shit out of y'all, motherfuckers.
I still have the fucking horse pain in my side.